Imagine this. You've just landed in a new country. You're tired, you're excited. You walk up to the baggage carousel and you wait and wait and wait. Everyone else is grabbing their suitcases, smiling, heading for the exits. And then the conveyor belt stops. Your bag is nowhere to be seen. Your heart sinks. Now, you have to walk over to that little counter, talk to an airline agent, and try to explain what happened. What do you say?
Oh man, I've been there. You feel so helpless. I think my exact words were, "My bag is lost. Where is my bag?"
And that, Leo, is the instinct almost everyone has. A Spanish speaker might say, Mi maleta de estar perdida. A Mandarin speaker thinks, "What the Shinli dold." And that translates in our heads directly to, "My bag is lost." It feels like the most logical, natural sentence in the world. But here's the surprising thing that nobody tells you. When you walk up to an agent and say, "My bag is lost," they don't hear a problem, they hear an accusation.
Wait, really? An accusation? I'm just stating a fact.
I know it sounds wild, right? But think about the verb, is lost. It describes a final state. It's like saying, "My keys are gone, my phone is dead." It implies the thing has disappeared, and by extension, someone is responsible for losing it. Since you're talking to the airline, the hidden message is, "You lost my bag."
Oh, wow. I never thought of it that way, so I was basically pointing a finger without even realizing it.
Exactly. And here's the thing about American customer service culture, and this is really important for anyone learning English. Agents are much more willing to go the extra mile for you when you describe a process and ask for assistance, rather than stating a negative outcome. You want to be on the same team as them, solving the puzzle, not making them defend themselves. So instead of "My bag is lost," what do you think you should say?
Maybe something like, "My bag didn't come out?"
So close. "My bag didn't come out" is already much better than "is lost." But the most natural, native sounding phrase is even simpler. Try this. "My bag didn't arrive."
My bag didn't arrive.
Perfect. Listen to the difference. "My bag is lost," sudden, final, a little aggressive. "My bag didn't arrive," it describes an event, a step in the process that didn't happen. It's neutral, it's factual, and it invites the agent to jump in and help complete that process. It says, "Hey, something went wrong in the journey. Can you help me figure it out?"
That's brilliant. So it's like the difference between the food is bad and the food didn't come out the way I expected. One is an attack, the other is an observation.
That's a fantastic analogy. You're a natural. So let's build out the full scenario. You walk up to the lost luggage counter. You got a long line of frustrated people behind you. You need to be clear and efficient. Your opening line is everything. You don't want to start with a demand. You start with a polite opener and that key phrase.
Okay, let me try. I'd walk up and say, "Excuse me, my bag didn't arrive. Can you check it for me?"
That is perfectly acceptable. But to sound even more fluent and get the fastest help, let's add one more powerful, polite phrase. "I'd like to file a report." This is the magic sentence. It tells them exactly which process to start. "I'd like to" is the polite standard for making a request in a formal setting. You don't say, "I want to file a report." It's, "I'd like to file a report." So the full, smooth opening is, "Hi, my bag didn't arrive. I'd like to file a report."
"Hi, my bag didn't arrive. I'd like to file a report." Okay, that feels very smooth. It's almost like a password that gets you into the system quickly. But at that counter, they always ask a million questions. What about describing my bag?
Great question. This is where a lot of learners stumble. They try to describe the bag with very complex sentences and they get flustered. Keep it simple. The agent needs the brand, the color, and the size. They'll ask, "Can you describe the bag?" A common mistake I hear from learners, especially from Chinese or Korean speakers, is they give long explanations like, "Oh, it is a bag for traveling, which I bought in a store, and it is very new." The agent just needs keywords.
Right, get to the point. So, it's a black, medium-sized Samsonite roller.
Exactly. Roller is a great natural word for a wheel suitcase. You could also say hard shell or soft sided. And here's a critical piece of the puzzle. Always have a photo of your bag on your phone. Before you even check it in at the start of your trip, snap a picture. When you say, I have a photo, the agent is always relieved. It makes the process 10 times faster.
That is such a good travel tip. So, to recap the whole first conversation, hi, my bag didn't arrive. I'd like to file a report. Then they'll ask for my passport, my bag tag, and a description.
And the bag tag. That little sticker they gave you when you checked in. Never throw it away until you have your bag. The agent will ask for your baggage claim ticket or bag tag number. That is the most important piece of information you have.
So, I'm at the counter, I filed the report. Now what? This is always the most stressful part. How do I ask them when I'll get my bag back? And how long will it take? Is that the right question?
How long will it take is perfectly correct. But again, let's make it sound more natural in the context of a 3-day process, not a pizza delivery. You're not asking for an exact time. You are understanding the next steps. A more native way to ask is, what's the usual time frame? Or when should I expect to hear from you?
When should I expect to hear from you? That sounds so professional. I sound like a business traveler who does this all the time.
Right? It shows you understand that this is a process. Now, here comes the part that surprises most people: the vocabulary of the solution. The agent might say, we'll deliver it to your hotel as soon as it arrives. Or they might say, your bag has been located in Atlanta. The key verb here is located, not found. Located is the professional, operational word. And they might say, it'll be on the next flight. So if they say, we've located your bag and it's on flight 245, you know your bag is in the system and on its way.
Located. That's a much better word. It sounds more precise, like they've pinpointed it on a map.
Exactly. So let's do a little role play. I'm the gate agent. You're Leo, the tired but polite traveler. Your bag didn't make it. Go.
Okay, let's do this. Hi, my bag didn't arrive. I'd like to file a report.
Good evening, sir. I'm sorry to hear that. Can I see your passport and your baggage claim ticket?
Yes, here you go.
Thank you. Can you describe the bag for me?
Yes, it's a medium-sized, hard shell roller. It's dark blue, and actually, I have a photo of it right here on my phone.
Raising my imaginary phone. That's very helpful, sir. Okay, I've located your bag. It seems it was left in Dallas. It'll be on the next flight, arriving at 9:15 p.m.
Oh, that's a relief. It's been located. I love that phrase. So, when should I expect delivery? What's the usual time frame?
We'll have a courier deliver it to your hotel. You should expect it by midnight tonight. Can I get your hotel address and a contact number?
Sure. It's the Grand Hyatt, 123 Main Street. My cell number is 5550199. I'll write it down for you.
Perfect. Here's your file reference number. Your report number is LM8642. You can track the status of your delivery online.
So I need to know, wait, what do I say if I want to check progress later? Do I say I want to check my bag?
That's the classic mistake. Don't say I want to check my bag. Remember, check my bag makes them think you want to check in a bag for a flight. What you want to do is track it or check the status. So you'd say, I'd like to check the status of my bag delivery, or I'd like to track my delayed baggage.
I'd like to track my delayed baggage. Wow, that is a powerful phrase. Okay, so let me practice the full script one more time, from start to finish to make sure I have it.
Go for it. The listeners should try this with you. Imagine you're in the airport right now. Say the words out loud.
Okay. Hi there. My bag didn't arrive. I'd like to file a report.
Pausing to let the listener repeat.
Here's my passport and my claim ticket. It's a black hard shell roller. I have a photo here.
Pausing.
When should I expect to hear from you? What's the usual time frame for delivery?
Pausing.
Thank you. I'll track my delayed baggage online. Have a good night.
Leo, that was flawless. Seriously. If you say that at the baggage counter, the agent will probably think you work for the airline.
It's all because the words are simple but exact. I'm not trying to translate for my own language. I'm just using the English process words. But, Maya, what if they say the bag is completely lost? Like, gone forever? What's that scary word they use?
That is the worst case scenario. They'll use the word declared lost. They might say, "Sir, we've exhausted our search and your bag has been declared lost." At that point, you shift from the tracking vocabulary to compensation vocabulary. You'll need to ask about filing a claim for compensation. That's a whole different conversation, but the key verb is compensated. How will I be compensated for the lost items?
So it's filed a report first, then track my delayed baggage, and if it's really bad, file a claim for compensation?
You've got it. The whole journey is a series of action verbs. Let's look at the cultural context of all of this one more time because it's really the secret key. In many cultures, being direct about a problem is a sign of honesty. The bag is lost, give me money. But in an American service context, indirect process language isn't seen as weak. It's seen as respectful and collaborative. It says, "I trust your system and I want to work through it with you." That trust is what makes an agent decide to personally call the ramp or put a rush on your delivery.
It's not about being fake, it's about understanding that the person behind the counter didn't personally lose your bag, and they're your best shot at getting it back.
Exactly. They're your ally. So, let's address some common errors we hear from different language backgrounds. A Spanish speaker might translate "tengo una maleta parada" directly and say, "I have a lost bag," which is okay, but awkward. The native phrase is "my bag didn't arrive." A Russian or Arabic speaker might skip the word "please" or the polite opener "I'd like to" because their languages form requests differently, using tone of voice instead of special verb phrases. But in English, that could sound like a command. "Give me my bag" versus "I'd like to file a report." It's night and day.
And what about a mistake I used to make? I used to say, I didn't get my bag. Is that wrong?
Not wrong. "I didn't get my bag" is totally understandable, but compare it to "my bag didn't arrive." "My bag didn't arrive" is more precise. It explains the failure in the baggage system, not your personal luck. It's a tiny shift that makes a big difference in how professional you sound.
Okay, so before we wrap this up, I want to practice the phrases one last time for the listeners. Let's do a quick fire say this, not that round. You give me the clunky phrase, and I'll give the natural one.
Let's do it. "My bag is lost."
My bag didn't arrive.
"I want to report my bag."
I'd like to file a report.
"When will I get my bag?"
What's the usual time frame for delivery?
"I need to check where my bag is."
I'd like to track my delayed baggage.
"They found it."
They've located it.
Perfect. You are ready for the airport. And listeners, I want you to notice something. None of these phrases are difficult, long, or complicated. They're actually simpler than the ones you were trying to use. You just have to pick the right simple phrase. That is what speaking like a native is all about.
It's like having the right key for the right lock. It just clicks. Now, if you've made it this far, you're serious about upgrading your travel English? This is exactly the kind of practical lesson we bring you every single day here on Speak Like a Native. Not textbook theory, but the real language that gets you through a real bad day at the airport.
So hit that subscribe button and let's keep your learning journey on track. No delayed baggage here, just on-time arrivals of new English skills every day.
And don't forget, head down to the comments and tell us, what's the one word or phrase from today's episode that you're going to use on your next trip? For me, it's got to be located. I'll never say found again.
That's a great choice. The word for me today is process. Remember, you're not complaining, you're moving through a process. Shift your mindset and the words will follow. Until next time, travel safe, speak confidently, and if your bag gets lost, you know exactly what to say.
See you next time, everyone.